All right, welcome to today's live stream. It is Monday, September 23rd, 2024. Hope you're doing great. Want to connect in today and talk about, all right, we know the Fed cut rates 50 basis points last Wednesday. It seems that listening to the Fed chairman, they're going to leave their stance, meaning their cutting stance, relatively flexible. They don't think inflation is too much of an issue any longer. This is the Fed talking. They think we're in for a soft landing. It's almost bizarre what Jerome Powell said about this economy. Either they're so out of touch with actually, what's going on for people on a day-to-day basis, or they're trying really diligently to steer our attention away from what most people are experiencing right now, what is mostly going on in the economy for businesses and the consumer. Regardless of the agenda there or what is coming to a head here, there's going to be a lot of change coming up. We know that. And I think at this point for portfolios, it's going to be important to keep your money in assets that are going to weather, that can weather a storm, that can get through any difficult time. So, as much as the consumer staple stocks are doing well, it just feels like there's going to be a shift to other sectors. And one in particular, this is our, our homepage, sterlingstockpicker.com. I hope you're checking out what all the changes that we have going on. And I hope you have the app. You can either download the app in the Apple Store or Google Play, depending on what device you have. And it's free with the purchase of the software. So make sure you go ahead and do that so you can get it right on your device. And here's where I wanted to turn your attention a bit to this new feature. We're calling it Finley. It's a financial AI coach. And it is unbelievable the results that I'm seeing from this. Check it out on our homepage. There was a question on our video here was, tell me which winning stocks to look at. And the advice is just phenomenal. Here you go. Finley suggests some stocks to help my portfolio. And up popped, 3 different companies. And if you look at each company, solid balance sheet, use Finley as a tool to help you navigate with your current portfolio. And this is what I really like about this feature, is that it knows what's in your portfolio on SSP, when you have the portfolio section in our software, and it also knows the stocks on your watch list. So it can take into consideration, for example, it'll look at your portfolio, see what sectors you're invested in, what would complement your current portfolio, and do a walkthrough of your watch list to see, if any of those stocks can be pulled into the portfolio that would enhance what you're currently doing. It's quite extraordinary. A lot of time and investment has been spent on developing this. So please check it out. Use it. It's free. It comes with your subscription. And I just can't say enough good things about it. So, so this is the other thing that I'm looking at here recently, our five-star stock performance, the 30 days, look at utilities. Utilities are up 30% for the year, but look at the big jump over the last 30 days. And frankly, look, in even the previous 12 months, it's been one of the top performers. What are utilities? Utilities are a defensive industry that will help should things go south. And with the economy, whatever. And utilities will continue to do well in a declining interest rate environment. Utility stocks do very well in that. They do well in really any economic environment because a lot of these are utility companies that people, last thing someone's going to do is not pay their utility bill because they want their lights on and either heat or air conditioning depending on the season. So it is a high degree of defensiveness against any type of economic uncertainty, any type of environment that we're just not real sure about. So no accident that utilities are performing so well over the last 30 days and over the previous 12 months. Like, this is really a sector that would be helpful if you had some money in utilities. So how do you do that? Well, you go to the go to our website, and let me log in here, and you go to the main menu. There we go. Making sure you can see the menu here. Scroll down to winning stocks, industry best, and up pops the top industry top performers. So you can see utilities are in here. They're in here in a few different sectors, independent power producers and renewable. So if you click on any one of those, let's click the first one, independent power, they're going to show all the stocks that are the top, that are industry best and top performers over the previous 30 days in that category. So you just scroll through and look through, maybe you're looking for a company that trades on the Toronto Exchange. Here's a potential one to look at. A Capital Power Corporation, industry best, trading at $49.61, up today a bit. And that's all you need to do. Just start scrolling through these categories and seeing which ones, resonate with you. Maybe one of these are your utility provider. Look at, do you like the service they provide? Is everything going well with that? And if that's the case, more and more people probably have that utility stock as well. So just something to consider, really look at what kind of moves can you make with your portfolio. Click the Ask Finley. See Finley's right up here. Click that. Go through, sort through, whatever questions that you have. And as you can tell, I use Finley all the time, looking at dividend paying stocks. I just think it's incredible. It can even calculate your annual dividend for all your dividend paying stocks. It's super, super helpful if you ask it these questions, but you just got to keep working with Finley. Keep asking, what you want to see, what you want to get out of that particular stock. If it did what I call laddered a portfolio of dividend paying stocks. I said, look, Finley, there's X amount available here to invest. We're looking for 5 companies trading on the Toronto Exchange that are good quality companies, have a secure dividend, and are going to be increasing that dividend over time. And it gave me 5 companies. I went through all of them. They were terrific. I asked it to, as you can see, calculate what the total annual dividend income will be. It did. And I just couldn't be happier with Finley. So just keep asking it questions, keep Finley engaged in the conversation. It will remember the conversation and pick up where you left off. So I think it's going to be an interesting trading week. Last week was the big announcement by the Fed. That's what the whole market was hinging upon was, what is the Fed going to do? More importantly, what is their stance going forward? And, I listened to that entire conversation, that press briefing with Jerome Powell, and it just kind of blew my mind because I'm like, wow, this Federal Reserve, this committee is so out of touch with reality of what's really going on. It's mind-boggling. But, that being said, we have to work within the confines that we find ourselves in, and we find ourselves in a declining interest rate environment, which I think in the overall scheme of things is going to be highly positive for, many people on all levels. It helps It helps corporations lower their debt. We're going to start to see more companies working through their balance sheet, getting better rates of return on like secured lines of credit or unsecured lines of credit. It also helps deal making as well. As rates come down, there's more acquisitions within stocks that trade on the markets. And, depending on which side of the deal you own, that could be a big boost to your portfolio if one of your companies gets bought out at a premium. So I don't see really anything too terribly wrong with an easier monetary policy. We've spent the last 4 years in a constrictive, restrictive policy where rates have done nothing but go up. Although last year they stayed the same, and now we're starting to see a decline. And I'm thinking there could be a few more cuts this year. Hopefully, I think it's going to be a very good thing. The only challenge we have is, of course, with the US dollar. We know over time, though, the US dollar has lost 97% of purchasing power over the last 70 years. It continues to do so, and with a declining interest rate environment, it will become weaker against other currencies. Someone just noted they were exchanging some money from US dollars into euros, and the exchange rate was affected by 4 percentage points on the day that the Fed announced the rate cut. So the US dollar is just going to get weaker. And, I think that's something that a lot of us have been preparing for and planning for. That's the conversation around owning gold and silver coins. Very important to, just to make sure that you've got some of that tucked away for yourselves, your family, for your future, right? So the other thing happening today was the fall equinox. So happy equinox, everyone. A big time energetically in our environment, in our lives, when there's a shift, a seasonal shift. It's also a time for change and growth. And sometimes change is not comfortable. But, I think with this time period, when you start to understand that you can impact the direction of your life, that you are not just at the whim of society or what the collective consciousness is going through, you're in charge of your results. And that first starts with, a process that you can spend some time journaling and just do some writing around, what you want your life to look like. What do you want to see happen? You might write about finances. You might write about your career. You might write about a particular retirement date that you're striving for, reaching for, whatever it is, whatever your financial goals are. Really start to tune into the frequency and the vibration of your goals and what you want to accomplish. And rather than just journaling to journal, I'm going to suggest during this time, this very important equinox time, to start noticing the results that you get based on what you say you want to accomplish. So you can, set a goal and then just become what I always call a first-class noticer. Someone who notices what's showing up in your field, in your thought process, what new connections you make, what new ideas that you have. Start making a journal about those things and start to really map out what results you're getting based on the intention that you set. So the idea is to have some type of manual around your ability to create the life that you want, that you can refer back to. You can say, okay, on this day, September 23rd, 2024, my intention was XYZ. And then start to take notice of, how did you show up that day? What connections did you make? What did you do that's directly related to what you say you want to accomplish? And then you've got all of it in writing that you can refer back to and refine your strategy. maybe you worry less and you realize that, wow, when I just showed up without worry and started to take action, my day became better. I was able to function better. I focused more. I was able to hone in on what I want to experience. And let me know, let me know in the comments if any of this resonates with you. Let me know what you're reaching toward, what your financial goals are. And then, of course, you always ask Finley. Finley is a fantastic tool that we've developed for you to use and get clear results from. All right, my friend, I hope this is helpful for you. Here's the Finley button right up there. I hope this is helpful. Again, give us feedback. What's your goal? What are you working toward? What are you wanting to accomplish? And what are the steps that you're taking? I'm sincerely interested. I'm here to be of assistance and here to serve at the highest level. So in order to do that, give me feedback. That's all I ask. Okay, thanks everyone. Have a great day. Bye for now.